Welcome back everybody to Shift 6 TV. So we have a fun one this time around. We were shopping at the auction and just trying to find the next fun build that would have had a clean title, and jumped onto Manheim, and I was just searching through and I was like, you know what, Mustangs seem to be a popular round. Obviously we've done Mustangs in the past, so let's figure to do something the same similar fashion. So what we found was a 2018 Mustang GT350 at the auction. Now I don't know the backstory of this car. I don't know if it was like a theft or whatever the case is, but it was a clean title. But clearly she's got a little bit of damage. So now let's go around, let's check it out. And also, when we got it, it had no keys. So I didn't even know if the thing ran. We got them programmed. So we're about to hear the first cold start. Let's see how she sounds, because I don't even know how these cars sound. So per the rumor, they're pretty cool. So on the front of the car, obviously this dude went off-roading because I found some rocks in this thing here, but the lower chin splitter is obviously busted right here. So we're gonna have to obviously replace this, and then this canard's broken too. Now, if you don't know anything about GT350s, there are no aftermarket parts for these things. You have to order them from Ford, no questions asked. So because of that, it's gonna be a little spendy for parts on this thing. But eBay is always the good one to catch on that, because you can find cars that are parted out. Unfortunately, parts like this, you're up to your eyeballs in cost. Just this lower splitter that says Shelby is a whopping $500. So that's a quite, a punch in the gut. And this little guy here, 170. So I gotta order those parts still. You really don't feel like it, but in order to make it look right, we're gonna have to do that. So if we pass over here on the driver's side, as we see here, this wheel seems to survive okay. And these things have some of the most badass brakes I've seen on any car. Obviously you got the 6-piston Brembos like a Hellcat does, but these are super, super nice brakes on this thing. And these are obviously the factory wheels, but unfortunately all 4 of them got their butts kicked. This one's missing a piece in the front, and we had to actually have this thing forked on there, because you'll see why. So if we look at the rest of the body, it's actually pretty good. The bumper was hanging off when we got it, which I've got in the back of my truck here. But over here, it looks like he blew out the tire, but fortunately the suspension survived. Brakes need to be probably refinished up in the rear so it looks a bit better. And obviously it's got some tape from the auction, and obviously the stickers and a busted windshield we're gonna have to fix. On the top of the deck lid here, we've got a little bit of a dent we've got to get fixed. And then we come around to the rear. So coming onto the rear, there's no damage. The problem is that basically this guy blew out this tire, and then the other side, you'll see why, got it too low to where, I don't know if it was a tow truck that ripped it off or what, but it was hanging on by just the harnesses. So we had to unplug it all when they came to load it onto my trailer so we wouldn't damage that rear bumper, because as mentioned before, GT350s are ridiculously expensive to fix when it comes to Shelby, because it's Ford only, okay? So we got the rear. Now let's go around to the other side. This wheel also survived, so we're good here. The front end is the most expensive part to fix on these things. So fortunately, it's just that lower diffuser. Had it been anything else, it would have been quite expensive. This wheel also is still got, it's just the only tire on this car that has air in it. The rest of them are all flat. But this wheel also got hit here. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to replace all 4 wheels and probably multiple tires. I'm thinking this tire and that tire are probably okay. Maybe that other rear might be okay if it just came off the bead, I don't know. But passing along to the body, it looks okay until we hit the rear quarter panel. Now, I don't know what happened here, but this guy either just was trying to do burnouts and spins or 360s or whatever it was, and just blew apart not only the tire, but it's literally missing the inner half of the rim. It's not even in there, it's gone. Took out the shock, took out the e-brake line, took out the cables, took out the brake line. It also took out this fender and it folded it up here, ripped out the wheel liner, and you still got the steel belts wrapped around the wheel. The brake caliper itself suffered some pretty catastrophic damage, but I think it's repairable. So we've got to get that fixed here, and then obviously remove all this tape, give it a wash so you can kind of see and gauge what exactly needs to be repaired as far as cosmetics on the body. Now, I went to the auction probably a month ago to go pick up a different car, and I literally just passed by this thing by chance. And when I passed by it, I was like, damn, that car really got its butt kicked in whatever situation it was. And I ended up winding up buying it, and we got it for stupid cheap, so I'm not even mad about it. And the fact that it's in decent shape, the engine and trans are complete, and there's no issues with that. Hopefully we'll go to see it when we go to start it. But the interior is absolutely filthy. It's like the windows were left down forever. And here in Arizona, it's a dust bowl. So let's crack this door open and let's see how gross this interior really is. So as you can see here on the door panels, it just has tons of dirt, tons of dust, tons of gross grime. These have the Alcantara seats, suede, or whatever you want to call them, but they are the nice GT350 Recaro style seats, but they're just filthy. There's just dust everywhere. This entire car it's nasty. Like, look at all the crap coming off this car. It's got soda crap everywhere, which is kind of common. There's a bag of trash in the rear, as we can see back here. It's got some stuff back here that's still all the trash from the prior owner. But all in all, aside from dust, the interior isn't trashed. It's just gonna need a little cleaning, which I'm not mad about, because I don't want to have to replace anything that's super expensive, especially if it's airbags or even torn seats or even missing interior, because all this stuff is GT350 exclusive. So let's pop the hood, check out, see how the engine looks underneath it, and then we'll try a cold start and see how she sounds. So I'm gonna come over here, pop that hood, and we'll see what she looks like underneath the bonnet. All right, so obviously she's super dirty too, because it probably sat in a dusty lot for a very long time. Looks like we have an upgraded GT350 expansion tank. Now these do have the oil coolers and everything on them, but it's not boosted, it's naturally aspirated. But it does have the nice JLT intake, and I believe it's got a Mishimoto radiator, so it does have some upgrades. And if we look here, it looks like someone actually upgraded the suspension on this thing to Maxim Motorsports. Unless that's a business, I don't know what it is. Obviously they did some things to upgrade it. So underneath the hood, it's nice to see a few little goodies on there and upgrades, and not mad about that. So let's check out and see how she sounds now when I start it. Go ahead and pass around the back, we'll see how she sounds. And this does have live valve exhaust, so I'm gonna start it up. Per what they say, it starts up in quiet mode, or maybe not, I don't know, but I'm gonna open those valves and see what the difference is on this car. Do some revs on it. Let's hope she starts though. Well, I guess we're, looks like we lucked out. A lot of times when you buy cars and they're considered an in-op, you don't know if there's a hole in the oil pan, the engine's locked up. I've bought a couple of them like that, and I literally had my heart sink when we found out that the engine was locked up, or there was a transmission that was failed, or whatever the case is. But fortunately, I think we're good mechanically. Just cosmetically, we got to get fixed, and obviously the suspension. Now on the dash, it's like a Christmas tree, because we got all kinds of ABS sensors and everything because of that wheel. But we've got parts coming in, and when those parts come in, we're gonna get this thing back on its feet, get it off this trailer, and then we're gonna put it together and make it look like new money. So when they come in, we're gonna start tackling it.